Welcome to the first episode of the Gorgi and MMX interview show. Today we're going to be interviewing Insolence Ellie, but before that, MMX has a few announcements to make.
So on today's announcements, before we get started with the interview, today marks the 1-year anniversary of us meeting Nightshade. Nightshade is obviously playing a bit evil, or so bit evil if you may, on a person called Eggs Love Me Too's channel. So yeah, she turns 1 years old today. Another announcement is tomorrow will actually be the 1-year anniversary of Beast Traveler as well on this channel. And I believe he was in the series Piggy Into the Piggyverse. Or was it film? Because the series is still in development, I'm pretty sure. We haven't forgotten about that. And I believe that is all the announcements. So can we get into the interview now?
Yep, Insolence Ellie, you can come into the room now. We're about to get started. Welcome onto the show, Insolence Ellie. It's a pleasure to have you here. And I believe this is your only time that you're actually ever going to speak in the insolence form. So let's get started with the interview and the questions. Which are in the interview, of course. Okay, let's see. First question. What does it feel like being in the insolence?
If I'm being honest, being part of the insolence sucks, because everyone in the outside world sees me as a monster, while everyone sees me as a normal person. It's also because I can't talk and had to use noise or sign language or whatever to communicate. The only reason I can talk now is for the sake of this interview.
I agree. Being in the insolence does suck. A lot of people have told me about it, and they've said pretty much the same thing as you. And I'm sorry that everyone's been calling you a monster. I mean, I still think you're a normal person, but that's just coming from a robot like me. Anyway, I'm gonna read the second question because why not? The second question says, what is it like with Tio being in your house?
I guess having Tio around isn't so bad, considering he's the one who helped me in becoming one of them. But that doesn't mean my hatred for him has limited. He tends to be an idiot sometimes.
Yet, Izzy still sims for him. To be honest, I could never imagine living in the same house as Tio. That would be a nightmare.
Why did you take so long to say that? Is it because you couldn't even imagine what it'd be like?
That's irrelevant. I'm gonna just read the third question. Okay, so this third question I'm actually very interested to know. The third question is, why did you join the insolence?
I joined the insolence so I can save my home. There's this alternative universe of Kelly, who has the opposite personality of my Kelly. In short, she's AU Kelly. AU Kelly, who was once my friend, backstabbed me and got revenge by the help of a new friend named Spirit. She kidnapped my Kelly, and when we discovered she's an imposter, we got sent to AU Kelly's world. I was about to lose hope until I was teleported to Tio's dimension. He told me what he saw in my world and felt really conflicted. He said he needed someone who can defeat Spirit. It was at that time where I had to offer him in joining the insolence to stop villain AU Kelly and Spirit. I knew I was going to regret it, but it was for my world's good. My world's good. Even Tio is concerned and knew what the consequences would be if I were to join. But I didn't care nonetheless and had to do it. Unfortunately, that went wrong, and that's the reason why I'm like this right now.
Interesting. So you joined the insolence for the good of your world. That's such a nice thing to do, and to stop AU Kelly as well as Spirit. I guess you were forced to join the insolence then. Oh well. I'm glad that we're all learning more about you as this interview goes on. But now on to the fourth question. Are you still in control of yourself?
Don't worry, I still have self-consciousness as I am semi-infected. Meaning, I am aware of the things I'm doing, so no worries, I still have full control over myself.
That's good to know, since I was starting to get slightly worried for a second. And finally, on to the final question. Do you ever think you'll be freed from the insolence one day?
Well, Tio did say that once I am fully calm, meaning no anger whatsoever, I will soon be free from this hell.
Well, that's good to know. I'm happy that soon enough we're going to be freed from the insolence. And I guess that's the final question for this interview.
I thank you, Insolence Ellie, for being on this interview and having the time to answer a few questions. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show, and now is the time where we must say goodbye. However, I'd like to thank you guys for watching the first interview, and a huge shout out to Ellie for letting Insolence Ellie join onto the show. I wonder who we're gonna have on next week on the next episode of Gorgi and MMX interview show. Goodbye for now.